Hi friends, in this video I will be discussing the most important topics from the environment section which can be expected in this prelims examination, which is going to be held on 5th of June. So let us see what are the topics which you need to focus, which you need to revise in this last week. So if we analyze last 1 year current affairs from the environment section, okay, so we can easily find out there are some important concepts which were there in news throughout last year. Okay, further we must remember that this year is the year 2022. So this is what? This is 30 years. This is 30 years of 1992 and this is 50 years of 1972. Okay, 50 years of 1972 guys. Okay, so what happened in 1972? What happened in 1972 guys? 1972, okay, the first environment conference, okay, 1970, Stockholm. This is very important. Okay, it was the first conference on environment and environment degradation. Very important guys, and because of that this thing becomes very important this year. And we all know the result of this Stockholm conference was UNEP, creation of United Nations Environment Program. So this year we are also celebrating 50 years of UNEP. So this question also becomes very important guys. Very important. Okay, and we see in 1992 also there were many developments. One of that development was, okay, CBD, Convention on Biodiversity, and then UNFCCC. So guys, these years, okay, so anything which has happened in 1992 which is related to environment guys is very important this year. Then anything which happened in 1972 is very important this year. If you can tell me that what happened in 1972 related to environment in India, please comment in the comment box. I'll check out. Okay, how many of you can answer it correctly? 1972, very important act which was passed by the Indian Parliament for the conservation of environment and biodiversity in India. Very important guys. Let me see who can answer this. Okay, in the comment box I will check. Okay guys, so let us see, and this is the background. This is the background which you should know before starting this preparation for the prelims environment. Okay, environment section should know. The year 2022 is very significant because this year we are celebrating 30 years of 1992 CBD conference and 50 years of the Stockholm conference in 1972 guys. Okay guys, so let us see what are the important topics, what are the important concepts from the first section. So you see there, ecological footprint is very important guys. Then the concept of biodiversity is very important. Okay, what is biodiversity? Why biodiversity is important here? You should prepare ecosystem services. Ecosystem services guys. What are the different types of ecosystem services? This you need to prepare. Provisioning services, regulating services, supporting services. You need to know all of them guys. Okay. Then what are the different threats to biodiversity? What are the different threats to biodiversity? See, in the last 2 years, various threats to biodiversity, okay, has been in news. Okay, so this is very important guys. What are the different threats to biodiversity? Has been asked in UPSC prelims exam before. Very important guys. Then biodiversity hotspots are very important. Then a new concept which has come this year, okay, in news is the concept of planetary boundaries. Very important. And related to this planetary bodies, there is one concept of tipping point. Very important. Very important. And planetary boundaries are very important guys. Then critical wildlife habitat. This has been asked previous years, so might not be directly again asked, but this is important guys. Then role of pollinators. In the ecosystem. What are the pollinators? Here the role of bats are very important. Bats and bees are very important guys. Then what are sacred groves? Names of sacred groves. Then what is edge effect? What is ecotone? What is ecoline? So edge effect, ecotone, ecoline are very important guys. Then permafrost and peatlands, both are very important this year. Permafrost, okay, the regions which are permanently frozen. Okay, now they are and because of global warming, there is unfreezing of that thing is happening, and the methane which was there inside it is coming out, and which is leading to more and more global warming guys. So this permafrost and peatland. Okay, these are like carbon sinks. These are like carbon sinks. Now they are basically, okay, they are becoming a source of carbon, and which is leading to global climate change. So this permafrost is also very important, and peatland is very important. Peatlands is also very important. Then Amazon rainforest, okay, very important, because Amazon rainforest is also a carbon sink, guys, very important. Then biogeochemical cycles, okay, nitrogen cycle, phosphorus cycle is very important this year. Then the concept of ecological restoration, very important, guys, because this decade is a decade of United Nations ecological restoration, very important. So what is the concept of ecological restoration, guys? You need to prepare, very important. So these are some of the concepts. These are some of the concepts, guys, which you need to prepare from the basic chapters. On the first few chapters you need to prepare. Further you can see, you can revise what is biomagnification, what is bioaccumulation. Why I have included this? Because we all are dealing with the problem of plastic waste, and we all know that plastic does not get degraded and it accumulates in the ecosystem. So this is very important, guys. Then land desertification is very important, because UNCCD conference was there on land desertification. So desertification is very important, guys. Then bioremediation is also very important. Bioremediation is also very important. Forest conservation was in news in India, because there was a lot of controversy about the definition of forest. What is the definition of forest in the national policy on forest? Very important, guys. Very important, guys. Then importance of Aravalis. Importance of Aravalis, very important. Okay. Then, guys, you see permafrost soil, again same topic. Then tree transplantation. Then again, guys, see, related to this desertification, the concept of soil carbon sequestration. Soil is a major source of carbon sink. Okay, soil is a major carbon sink, and if soil will get degraded, then what is going to happen? That one of the important carbon sinks will get degraded, and that will lead to climate change. So soil as a carbon sequestration, okay, source is very important. Then carbon farming, very a new concept which has come, carbon farming. Okay, carbon farming through carbon sequestration is very important. Then regenerative agriculture and biodynamic agriculture is very important. Regenerative agriculture and biodynamic farming. See why these 3-4 topics are very important, guys, this year? Because if you have analyzed the UPSC environment section, if you have analyzed UPSC environment section, you will see more and more questions are coming from the agriculture section, which has interlinkages with the environment. And the reason is that now the examination also selects Indian Forest Service officers. So in the prelims also you see the number of questions from the agriculture portion and number of questions from the environment agriculture section, intersection. These questions are increasing. So we need to prepare these topics, because last year also there was a question on permaculture. A question on permaculture, guys. So related to that concept is this concept of regenerative agriculture and biodynamic agriculture, guys. Very important. I must say this is very important, guys. Everyone need to prepare this. Okay, guys. Then the concept of sixth mass extinction. The concept of sixth mass extinction, very important, guys. Then you see the concept of nutri-cereals, palm oil, seaweeds, okay, peatland and permafrost, again the same topic which I have repeated here. Here you need to prepare global peatland initiative. Global peatland initiative, guys. Then the concept of biofertilizers, biopesticides, and then two new concepts very news this year. Two new concepts very news in this year, and these concepts are concept of circular economy. Concept of circular economy. Okay, circular economy, reuse, recycle, and the concept of nature-based solution. Concept of nature-based solution. See, now our approach towards this climate change problem is more based on nature-based solutions. So what are these nature-based solutions we need to prepare, guys? Let us see now again. Next, what are the different important conventions which are important this year? So I was explaining you this year what we are doing. This year we are celebrating 50 years of UNEP. 50 years of UNEP, guys. So what are the various projects of UNEP? What are the various projects of UNEP? What are the various reports of UNEP? Okay, you need to prepare. Please tell me the name of a report brought out by UNEP, one of the famous report on environment brought out by UNEP, in the comment box. Let me see how many of you can answer that. Let me see how many of you can answer that, guys. Then IUCN red list is very important. Okay. Then IPCC 6 assessment report is very important. Then you see Q declaration. then you see Biodiversity Fund, Glasgow Declaration. Okay, then a new initiative which is in news. It is not a new initiative, but it has been news in the last 1 year. Is the African Green Wall Initiative. Very important. African Green Wall Initiative, guys. Very important. It runs through Sahel region. It runs through Sahel region in Africa. Very important, guys. Then CITES is very important. Kigali and Kyoto Protocol, very important. Kigali is for the like ozone layer. Kigali is for ozone depleting substances. Okay, Kigali conference. Then this Kyoto Protocol, guys, very important for greenhouse gases. Okay, CDM mechanism, very important, guys, this year, very important. And now in this year we have moved from the CDM, we have moved to the Sustainable Development Mechanism. So difference between Sustainable Development Mechanism and Clean Development Mechanism you need to prepare, guys. If you need notes of this, please refer Optima Notes. In Optima Notes I have covered each and every topic. You need not waste your time searching these topics now. You can refer the Optima Notes, and you can refer the Optima cards also. I have prepared Optima cards on each of these topics, guys. Then Geneva Biodiversity Conference is very important. Okay, Nairobi Declaration is very important, guys. Then you see Global Methane Pledge is very important. Global Methane Pledge, very important development. See, methane is also a global warming gas. Okay, methane is also a global warming gas. So comparison between methane and carbon dioxide and what is the role of methane in the global climate change is very important. Okay, so Global Methane Pledge is very important, guys. Then Kunming Declaration on Biodiversity, very important, guys. Then you see United Nations Environment Assembly 5.2 resolution on plastic waste, very important, guys. Plastic waste, UN Environment Assembly. So when was the first UN Environment Assembly conducted? That is very important. So what first, second, third, fourth, fifth, this was the fifth one. Then countermeasure project. Can you tell me what is this countermeasure project about? Please write in the comment box, guys. Let me see who can write countermeasure project. Very important. Countermeasure project, which pollutant it tackles. Okay, it tackles plastic pollution. Then Article 7 of the Paris Agreement. Guys, very important. Then loss and damage of climate change, very important. Then you see Club of Rome, very important this year. Club of Rome, limits to growth report. Club of Rome, limits to growth report, sir, guys, very important. Limits to growth report, very important. Then Global Carbon Project. UPSC sometimes, okay, is in habit of asking some typical initiatives on environment and typical initiatives on climate change. So one is this Global Carbon Project, very important. Cartagena Protocol is also very important, guys. Let us now see. Okay, some other topics which are important this year is the REDD+. The REDD+. Then you see here Indian Forest Report 2021. Then you see Global Land Outlook Report. Okay, Global Land Outlook Report, very important. Global Land Outlook Report. Okay, this talks about desertification problem. Very important. Okay, United Nations Conference on Combating Desertification brings out this report, guys. Then you see Montreal Protocol and Vienna Protocol, very important. Then Arctic Council is very important this year, and India's research center in Arctic and in Antarctic is very important, guys. Okay, so can you name, let me see how many of you can name in the comment box what are the research centers of India at the Antarctica. What are the research centers? So right now, how many research center is there in Antarctica? Can you name them? Okay, 3 of them. Can you name them, guys? Let me see how many of you can name them. So both Antarctica and Arctic research centers are very important. Names are very important. And what is the role in climate change? What is the role of this in climate change? Okay, very important. Okay, see, Arctic regions are very important from the point of view of climate change, guys. Very important. So anything which is dealing with Arctic Council or Arctic region or Antarctica region is very important from the point of view exam. And this year this has been in news. So I am saying very important. You can go through the website, you can go through the Optima Notes. I have covered this very holistically. Guys. Just go through it. It's very important, guys. Next, you see various climate change jargons. What are these jargons? So you should know what is the meaning of mitigation. You should know what is the meaning of adaptation. You should know what is the meaning of carbon neutrality, and you should know what is the meaning of tipping point. So you should have the crystal clarity about what is the difference between mitigation and adaptation. Then what is the meaning of carbon neutrality? Does carbon neutrality means that there will be no No emission. Please write in the comment box yes or no. Let me see how many of you can answer it correctly, guys. Please write in the comment box how many of you can answer this. Does carbon neutrality means there will be no emissions? Guys, very important, guys. Or not? Just write me. Let me see how many of you can answer it correctly. Then National Vulnerability Assessment Report, very important. New report has come on climate change vulnerability, very important, guys. Very important, guys. Let us see now last. Let us see now, like, guys, last. Okay. So pollution related, what are the important topics? Pollution related, because UPSC is in habit of asking pollution related. So here, guys, plastic pollution, I told you, very important, plastic pollution. So anything dealing with plastic pollution rules, laws are very important, guys. Then this year, okay, this year light pollution is also in news. Light pollution is also in news, guys, very important, light pollution. And then, guys, one more topic which is very important this year is basically air pollution, and WHO has come out with norms on air pollution. Air pollution norms, very important. WHO air pollution norms are very important, guys. Very important. Let us see what are other topics which are very important from this this section. Is the National Green Hydrogen Mission, very important. National Green Hydrogen Mission, very important. Okay, green hydrogen, blue hydrogen, grey hydrogen, very important. What is the difference between green hydrogen, blue hydrogen and grey hydrogen? The only difference is the source of energy which is basically required for electrolysis of water leading to hydrogen. If the source of energy is green, then it is called green hydrogen. If the source of energy is fossil fuel based but there is a carbon sequestration happening, carbon capture happening, then it is called blue hydrogen. And if there is no carbon capturing happening and the source of fuel is the fossil fuel, then it is called grey hydrogen, guys. Very important, guys. Okay, then the concept of carbon budget. Okay, then air quality commission, very important, authority. Then you see, guys, RUCO, okay, RUCO, reused cooking oil, very important, reused cooking oil for biodiesel, very important. Miyawaki forest, very important, guys. Air pollution, I told you. Plastic pollution, I have already told you. Black carbon and aerosols are very important. This year we have become complete lead free petrol throughout the world, we have achieved. So lead is very important. Lead as a pollutant is very important, guys. Lead as a pollutant. Previously used to use leaded petrol. Can you tell me what is the use of lead in petrol? In the comment box, let me see how many of you can answer that correctly. Let me see how many of you can answer correctly, guys. Let me see. I'll go through the comments, guys. Then this year Mumbai has come out with climate action plan, very important. Climate vulnerability, okay, report. Okay, guys, next you see, guys, if you can see, guys. Okay, then plastic pollution, okay, very important. Plastic pollution, very important. Next you see WHO air pollution norms, I told you. Smog is very important, guys. Carbon sequestration, okay, I have already told you. Okay, carbon sink, very important. Ocean acidification, very important, guys. Let me see now, come to this portion. Okay, carbon credit, very important. Carbon offsetting, very important. Carbon tax, green building. Okay, BSc, GreenX. Okay, eco mark, very important. Eco mark, climate smart agriculture, very important. Green cement is very important. Ethanol blending, very important. UPSC will ask question, what is E20? What is E10? So it is ethanol blending 20%. Ethanol blending 10%, E20, E10, guys, very important. Coal gasification, very important. Net zero, very important. Meghalaya mining, coal mining, Meghalaya, okay, very important. Okay, green cement, very important. Haridhara, green cement and Haridhara, very important, guys. Now let us see in the last. Okay, what are the important species which you need to prepare this year? Okay, guys, vulture is very important. Turtles are very important, guys. Turtles are very important. Then you see, guys, dugong is very important this year. Dugong is very important, guys. Then Great Indian Bustard, guys, very important. Then you see gharial. Then invasive alien species, very important. What are endemic species? What is alien species? Very important, guys, very important. Vulture conservation plan is also very important, guys. Let us, this ambergris, okay, the floating gold, the vomit of the whale, not that important, but it was in news. It might come, guys. Now let us see now what are the important acts. So I told you Wildlife Act is the most important act this year. Please prepare this act properly. I am expecting one question, definitely one question I am expecting from this Wildlife Protection Act. Okay, they can ask you what are these authorities created under the Wildlife Act. What is Schedule 1? What is Schedule 2? What is Schedule 3? What is Schedule 6, 5? They can ask this. Then Biodiversity Act is very important. National Biodiversity Authority. State Biodiversity Authority, then the biodiversity committees, local biodiversity committees, very important. Then Environment Protection Act, very important. National Forest Policy is very important. Okay, National Wildlife Action Plan is very important. Okay, National Wildlife Board is also very important. Then you see next you see, okay, next you see guys, the important national parks, wildlife sanctuaries, national parks and wildlife sanctuary guys. You see here Silent Valley is very important. Kaziranga National Park is very important. Silent Valley, I am expecting one question on Silent Valley. Kunti Puza River flows through Silent Valley. Kunti Puza River, okay, Kunti Puza River flows through Silent Valley, very important. Then Sariska National Park, Simplipal National Park. Where is Sariska located? Which state? Guys, let me see. Answer, please answer the question, guys. Very Simplipal located. Please answer the question. Then Bhitarkanika, very important. Molar Bheris, very important. Molar Bheris are referred for what? Can you tell name? Which wetland? Let me see how many can you answer. Okay. Then Ramsar sites are very important. Okay. Heritage trees, elephant reserves and elephant corridors, very very important. Elephant reserves and elephant corridors. This year very very important. Okay. Dugong Reserve, we are trying to set up a Dugong Reserve in the Park Bay area, and the Aravalis and Apiko movement and Silent Valley movement, very important. MK Prasad, Silent Valley movement, guys, very important. Guys, very important. So guys, with this we come to a conclusion. If I can sum up, guys, let me just tell you what are the most important topics which are important for this year. First of all, this is 2022. So we are celebrating 30 years of 1992 and 50 years of 1972. So this conference, okay, 1972 Environment Conference is very important, and as a result of that UNEP was created. So anything related to UNEP is very important. Go through the site of UNEP, go through the reports of UNEP, go through the initiatives of UNEP, very important. Then guys, the CBD is very important, biodiversity is very important, concept of biodiversity, National Biodiversity Act, very important, Wildlife Protection Act, very important, guys, very important, biodiversity concept is very important, pollution is very important, plastic pollution is very important, United Nations Environment Assembly, very important, okay, these are very, like, post 2022 global biodiversity framework, very important, okay guys. Then some of the species like vulture is very important this year, dugong is very important this year. Okay, then guys, you can see Silent Valley is very important, this guys, Sariska is very important. Okay guys, so we need to prepare at least this 20-30 topics. Okay, 20-30 topics properly. I am telling you, properly go through the Wikipedia page, go through the Optima notes of these topics which I have told you. At least these topics you can go through. I can guarantee you. Let me please come and comment on 5th of June. Please come and comment in this video. I can challenge every one of you who is watching this video. Please come and comment on 5th of June. If the topics which I have told you, if these topics do not come, you can come and you can comment on that day. I am giving you the privilege. Come and comment. Okay guys, but it is my humble request, guys. It is my humble request. Please prepare these topics this week. Questions are going to come from these topics, guys. I am there with you in this journey. In this difficult journey, I am there with you. Okay, I will use all my experience of cracking this exam all 6 times. Okay guys, I am using all my experience, all my knowledge only to help you. Please make use of this video. Please share this video. Please like this video. If you like the way I have discussed these topics, important topics, and the reasoning behind it, if you liked it, please share it. Please like it. Okay guys, and please, many of you are watching it but you are not subscribing the channel. Please subscribe the channel. Thank you guys. Bye. Take care.